I look dumb when I have just the bottom of the shirt flapping under my jacket. However, I don't wear it because it's itchy. Hey! So I got this beigey thing and this green, and I hate them. It's a complete mashup, so there is no point in telling you, oh, I need size 2, because I didn't. Hi, my name is Maya, and welcome to my YouTube channel where I share all my thoughts, process and other random stuff about all things fiber related, but mostly knitting. Today is the 17th of December 2025, and I'm coming to you from the French-speaking part of Switzerland where I live with my gecko. And I can't believe I don't know the date of today because I'm filming Vlogmas, so I should know which day it is. Whatever. Today is not Vlogmas. I am filming an everything I knit in 2025 kind of video, except I'm only showing the garments, because if I have to show also the accessories and other small stuff, we would still be there tomorrow, and we don't want that. So I will only be showing sweaters, tees, tanks, and one dress. I have already made one video like this in the past, and it was in December 2023. Is it 5 this year? Yeah, so 2023, 2 years ago. But the lighting situation was horrible. I had just moved in this apartment. I didn't have this camera yet. I didn't know how to manage the light in this room, and my editing skills were bad. And yeah, it was an old video, so please do not go and watch it. But yeah, I didn't really enjoy the process, and that's why I skipped last year. But this year I figured I have a nice camera, I know how to make the lighting good even if the sun is almost setting down, even though it's 4 o'clock. And my editing skills are much better, and most importantly, I work with a professional photographer now, so I have absolutely beautiful pictures of my knits. So even if I cannot really show them to you here because it's too dark, I can show them to you here with beautiful pictures, so I might as well use those beautiful photographs I have because I have paid for them. So I'm not gonna show them like live in front of you, but you will be able to see photos here. That being said, I did make a similar concept video for my summer garments, but it was last summer, so summer 2024, and I did a ranking of all my summer knits. But filming in summer is much easier than winter because there is light, so that's much better. And also I prefer summer knitting to like winter knitting, so I was just more motivated to do that. So I have this, if you're interested in seeing my summer knit. If it's summer for you and you want inspiration for that, you can go and check out that video. And if not, I'm still gonna show summer garments in this video because I'm gonna show everything I knit during the year, garment-wise, and there are summer knits in there too. And I have my notes here, that's why I'm looking down. Let's do a little recap of the stats of this year. I'm not gonna go too much into detail because I do not keep detailed stats of what I do, I just don't. I would love to do it because I love seeing stats of other people, but I cannot do it for myself, sadly. So I'm counting since December 2024, so that it counts 1 year from now, kind of. We are mid-December 25, so it's a year and 2 weeks. I have completed about 44 projects, all kind of projects all together. But I say about because it's not very clear. I track my projects using an app that I don't recommend, so I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I don't really like it. And when I set up a project in the app, sometimes I will merge together different kind of projects. For example, I did 6 pair of mitts, but it's only one project in the app. So I say 44 projects, but I think it's more like 55, something like that. And 20 of them are garments, and there is no like margin of interpretation there. Garments are garments, and there is one project per garment. And there is between 24 to 35 other things. So let's go through all of these. So today I'm going to talk about the 20 garments. I have 3 sweaters and 5 cardigans. That was surprising to me because I thought I had more sweaters than cardigans, but apparently not. I have 2 tees, 9 tanks and or sleeveless tees, and 1 dress. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. But let's quickly talk about the other things I have knit this year. I have 5 pairs of socks, 2 hats, 1 headband, 2 hoods, 3 lampshades, 2 hair bows, 6 mitts, 1 pair of leg warmers, and then other stuff. I have like 10, 12 or something. I have made quite a lot of little pouches. I have made quite a lot of coasters. I have made a hot water bottle cover. I have made a tablet cover. And I have made a pumpkin, which is right here. Or it's not this one. No, it's not this one, but it looks like this one. So that's what I've done this year. And just a quick note, I am mostly unemployed, so knitting is my job. I guess I'm an knitwear designer, kind of. And I do have a part-time job, but that's like 20% of my time, so it's really not a lot. So that's why I have a lot of knitting time. That being said, since I don't work as an architect anymore, because that's what I used to do, I haven't knit more than when I wasn't an architect. So that means since I started designing, the amount of time designing takes me is about equal to being an architect, mostly. So don't compare yourself to me if you have a full-time job, but also don't compare yourself to me because I'm a fast knitter, and we all knit at our own pace, and it's okay to knit slowly. It's okay to not finish a sweater in 3 weeks or stuff like that. It's fine. You are not less good of a knitter than me just because you knit slowly. There is nothing to compare here. We all live our craft at our own pace, and it's good for everyone. Okay? All right. Now, I won't go into how much yarn I have used for the year, all of that, because I'm going to talk about that in a separate video. So I am done with the numbers for the year. And a couple more things. So I will link the Ravelry project pages of all the projects I mentioned if they have one, because I only create project pages if it's my own design. But if it's just a random knit I do for myself and it's a pattern I buy, I just don't do that. I don't really use Ravelry outside of selling my patterns. And I also do project pages for test knits. So if it's a test knit, I will also link the project page. But if it's not, I will just link the pattern. And I will also link the yarns I used in each project. So if you're looking for any information, you can just go and check out the description box. Everything should be there. And if it's not, just click on the links and definitely everything should be there. And one more thing, all my designs are size inclusive, and most of the other designs I knit are too. I can think of one exception, but I'm going to write it on the screen because I know I'm going to forget to mention it, but everything else is size inclusive. And if you are interested about my measurements, they are also at the bottom of the description box. I think that's it. So let's talk about every garment I have knit this year. So the first one that I finished, I think in December last year, it's the Roadtrip Shacket. So this is one of my designs. The yarn I used is Nuit by Aehri. And I had to use 2 colorways because I ran out of the first one. So the first one is Shade, which is a beautiful, deep, intense burgundy. And the other one is Mörker 2022, because there is one each year, which is a very similar color, except it's leaning a little bit more purple. I held the yarn double, so it's a unspun yarn. And this design is something I had in mind for a long time. I basically wanted to do like a shirt jacket type of thing, but I wanted to have a very interesting and sturdy texture around the shoulders because that's where there is the weight and the rubbing of backpack or whatever. So I just wanted something sturdy around the shoulders, and I really wanted chest pockets, and I did that. So there is also the shirt collar. Yeah, there are all the interesting details about a shirt jacket without going too far, because I could have done like the cuff that you can open up with the slit here, but that was just a bit too much. Especially since you're using unspun yarn, it's a bit difficult to manipulate, so yeah, I try to tone down the details to just have the essence of the shirt jacket. And I love this thing to bits. Yeah, I'm super proud of it. There is 2 things. The first is that I need size 3, and I shouldn't because the body is too wide. It's just too much positive ease. And I made it too long. So it's mega cozy because it's super big on me, but it's kind of unnecessary and bulky, and I don't wear it as much as I would because it's just a bit too cumbersome, and I cannot really wear it under my winter jacket because it's too long and it's longer than my winter jacket, so I look dumb when I have just the bottom of the shirt flapping under my jacket, and it's a bit too bulky. Oh, I also wanted to talk about how the garment has worn over time, which might not be super relevant for the things I have just finished, but still, I think it's interesting to mention it. So this one is wearing out pretty great, mostly because it's unspun yarn, so it's super lightweight, so it absolutely doesn't stretch out with wear and time. There is even one time I was wearing it out in town, and I got absolutely drenched in a torrential rain. Like suddenly it started raining like crazy, and it was a bit like if someone had dropped a bucket of water on top of my head. I was absolutely soaked. But I still felt dry because of the non-superwash yarn I had on me, and it didn't stretch out. I was still feeling warm, so it was great. So it's not a secret, wool is great in humid conditions, even soaking wet conditions, I guess. So that was a great experience. And also the fact that I could wear it under the rain, and I had a backpack and all the gear on me, so there was a lot of rubbing and moving around, but it still didn't really peel that much. It's still in great condition even after that. So that's great. I'm very happy about it. But I'm going to talk about this pattern again later on because I did need a second one of it, but it's very different. All right, the second thing I need is a summer garment, but this one wasn't for me, and it's not even my design. It was a Simplistic Rib Cami by Luke. And it's a cami I had already knit for myself, so I had a picture of it laying around on my Instagram, and I said to my photographer I could make her a summer top in exchange for a photo shoot. So she went on my Instagram and selected something I had already knit, and she said, I want this one in this color. And she selected this design, and she wanted like a rusty orange. I obviously didn't manage to find a rusty orange, so I had this rusty red, but she likes the color, so it's good. And I knit this for her. She's super happy. She wears it all the time. She's so cute, and it makes me so happy to have given this to someone who is knit-worthy. And so, I need this as payment for a photo shoot, and we did that again later on, but I'm gonna mention it when it comes. The yarn I use, it's Duo by Sandnes Garn, which is a mix, I think it's 50-50 something, cotton and wool. And when I tried it on, like for the picture, or just to try on to see if it fits, we have kind of the same bust measurement. It's itchy AF. Like, there is no chance I could have worn this next to skin. No chance at all. I'm super sensitive, but this is terrible. So I don't recommend this yarn for negativist garments. I have no idea how it wears if it's positivist. It's usually very different, the feeling of a yarn when it's clinging to you versus when it's positivist. But as negativist garment, if you're sensitive to yarn, don't use this one. The next one, it's a design of mine, this one. It's the Halmoni Jacket in my size, because I had already knit up a sample of this design when I published it, but it was for my dad, so it was size like 6 or 7. So I did take pictures with it on me, but I'm drowning in it. So I did another one in my size, and I love it so much. It was one of my first times knitting a garment in like a, how do you call them? Not plain, basic, neutral color. I use them so little that I don't even know how they are called. In a neutral color, and it's just so classic and beautiful. I love it. However, I don't wear it because it's itchy. Hey! I'm not even surprised because the yarn is very, very rough and very natural. It's beautiful, but I just fell in love with the yarn, and I just wanted to use it even though I knew it would be too itchy, and it is. So the yarn is Adelino by Roll Up the Sheep, which is a small brand of yarn coming from Portuguese, and I think they mill Portuguese yarn. I don't know if they have a mill or what, but I think they do. So it's very locally made yarn, and they come to Swiss festivals, Swiss yarny festivals, so that's how I got the yarns. Amazing. If you're not sensitive and you like rustic yarns, definitely try it. It's beautiful. I think it's out of stock though on the website. too bad. The next thing I finished is the Melon Sweater, which is also a design of mine. So the yarn I used is Earthy Sock by Explore Knits and Fibers in the colorway Butterfly Pea Flower and In Bloom. So the blue purpley is the Butterfly Pea Flower and the pastel pink purple thing below that's peeking through, that's In Bloom. I'm so proud of this. I have no idea how this thing came out of my brain, but it did. And I love it so much. There is a problem though, it's a little bit too short, both in the arms and in the body, because I ran out of yarn. I ran out of the main color, and if you know Explore Knits, you can only get the yarns in pre-orders or in stock updates that happen at 3 in the morning for us in Europe. So I can never get my hands on any yarn, so I don't really wear this one because it's too cropped and the sleeves are too short. But other than that, I'm super proud of it and I really like it. And it's a great layering piece because it's kind of close to the body, but it's very comfortable because there are short rows and there's a lot of shaping options. Despite the construction, that's usually pretty not, how do you say that? Not customizable, but I made it in a way that you can. I totally forgot to mention the constructions of everything up until now. So the Roadtrip Shacket is a top-down drop shoulder where you knit the texture panel of the shoulders bottom up, because construction-wise it was easier, and then you pick up from the cast on edge here and you knit the rest top-down, and then you pick up the sleeves and knit them top-down as well. The Simplistic Rib Cami is knit top-down in the round. The Halmoni Jacket is a saddle shoulder, so you knit the 2 saddles first here, and then you leave the stitches on hold, and you pick up and knit the front panel and the back panel, and then you join all the 3 panels, and then you knit the body straight. And there is a little bit of stuff to do for the pockets, but they are set in, so you don't have to come back after the fact to add stuff. Everything, including the lining, is knit in one piece with the body, which is super satisfying. And the Melon Sweater is a contiguous shoulder construction, so you knit in the round and you increase here on the shoulders only on the body side. And then when you hit the tip of the shoulders, you stop increasing on the body and you increase on the sleeves only. Very satisfying construction. It's always in the round. And the stitch I used is called the long slip stitch. Basically, it's a slip stitch pattern. And it goes super slow because you have to slip stitches. So the fabric is quite dense, but it still has drape and it feels really awesome. Like it's squishy, but not constricting. Don't know how to describe it. It's really a gorgeous fabric. I really like it. And I would say it's less warm than a DK weight garment, but it's warmer than a fingering weight garment. It's kind of in between. All right, let's talk about the Roadtrip Shacket again, because this is when I finished the second version, the short sleeve version. Also in beige, because apparently I was in a beige streak, even though I never knit with beige. So this one is knit using Candide by Rerum Natura, held double. I love it so much. I actually prefer this version because I knit size 2 instead of size 3 this time, so it's the correct size, and I made it much shorter, so it's just perfect. It's just better proportions for me, and I love wearing it in the summer. I feel so cool and put together with that, and the fact that I have chosen a lighter color makes that you can see the texture on the shoulder so well, and yeah, I feel like it feels so good. And I also like the fact that the texture on the shoulders is thicker because it feels sturdy and it feels like something you can be rough with and it's still gonna survive. So that's an amazing feeling to have with garment. Candide is one of my favorite yarns ever. It's super, super soft. So this is also a mix of cotton and wool, cotton and merino, just like Duo by Stainless Garn, but Candide is next to skin soft. Even Negative is, it's absolutely perfectly soft for me. Now, we're going into the summer garments. So the first one is not a design of mine, it's the Camisole number 9 by My Favorite Things Knitwear. This one is not size inclusive. Oh, the one before the Simplistic Rib Cami is not either. So actually there was 2 garments that are not size inclusive. Anyway, so this one I had been wanting to knit since it came out because it's so my style, so me, so perfect, so polished, so put together, and so summery, and so layering piece. It's everything. It's beautiful. I really like it. And I wanted to knit it using 100% wool that I know is next to skin soft for me, which is the case of, again, Earthy Sock by Explore Knits and Fibers. I love this yarn. It's really, really super soft, despite being a 100% wool yarn. So I used the colorway Heirloom because I wanted to have a red garment since forever. There is one thing I realized after the fact, is that since all the edges are folded over stockinette, they are twice as bulky as the main fabric. And since you're going down a lot of needle sizes to knit the edgings, the fabric is also tighter, which means denser, which means thicker. So it's thicker and double-sided. So basically, when I wear this underneath a sweater, there is a... it makes a bump over the straps. And on the back, you can just totally see the garment in transparency under my layer. I think I have a picture from a photo shoot where you can just see it. And it's really bothering me because if you don't know that I have a garment that has this shape underneath, it just looks like I have two bumps on top of my trapezius. And my trapezius are already huge, so I just look like I'm when I wear this, and it's kind of bothering me. So I prefer wearing it when I can wear it by itself, like not layered, but it's 100% wool, so it's a bit too warm for summer. So the occasions to wear it are a little bit limited, which is a shame, but it is how it is. I still really love it. The next one is again a Melon Sweater, but this one is the short sleeve version, because when I was knitting the first version, the long sleeves, I tried it on when I had just finished the body and hadn't started the sleeves yet, and I was like, this looks so good with short sleeves, so I had to include the short sleeve version, so I did. So this design was a collab with Explore Knits and Fibers, and long story short, they gave me the yarn to do this second sample, and Ali, so the maker behind Explore Knits, she chose the colors. And I'm so grateful for that because she selected colors I would have never chosen, but it's definitely coloring-wise the thing in my wardrobe that suits me the most, I think. Which is wild because it's not even me who chose the colors, but yeah, whatever. I had to change the camera battery, and then I noticed one of the fairy lights had stopped. So I had to change the battery of that too. I don't know for how long it was off. Whatever. So I was talking about the colors of my second Melon Sweater / Melon Tee. So the main color, the one on top, the kind of greenish color, is called Muckross, and the contrast color underneath is Earth, which is kind of a variegated brown. Beautiful. Absolutely not my vibe, but beautiful nonetheless, and they look amazing on me. I think I'm warmish toned, and I like cool tones. So yeah, this one is warm and it suits me very well. And funnily enough, I need the same size as my first version, but I guess I was just more chilled and I just knit less tight, so this one is bigger. And I also made the body to the correct length, so I much prefer wearing this one. Actually, I wear it all the time, except in summer because it's too hot. But I like wearing it like in a transitional weather, and layering it in winter is just one of my go-tos. I really, really, really like this piece. And now the tablet ran out of battery. Oh no! So I'm gonna have to use my phone, but I don't know where it is. How much time until something else runs out of battery, or that there is like a power shortage, or however you call that, and we just lose electricity in all. So I will try to hurry up before something else happens. So the next one is the dress. It's the Tonight top by Lily Kate France, but I lengthened it into a dress. So the pattern is supposed to have a high turtleneck, chimney neck, whatever, something high neck. And I had done that at the beginning, but then I realized this is supposed to be a summer dress. I'm never gonna wear a summer dress with a high neck, so I replaced it with a double knit collar, or I think I did folded over or something, whatever, to mimic the finishing on the arms, the armholes. The yarn I used is Berry Merino by Woolberry Fiber Company in the colorway Frost, which is my absolute favorite hand-dyed color of all time. I think all in all I have bought like 7 skins in this colorway in different bases. I just love it. It's just my favorite color. Again, it's a very, very cool color, and it doesn't suit me very well, but I don't care because I love it. So this is fingering weight, and it's a superwash yarn. And the way I store my knits is that I hang them on hangers. I mean, only my summer tops, not my sweaters. But usually I hang my summer tops because they are kind of small and tiny and lightweight, and they are not heavy enough to distort themselves under their own weight when they are hung up. But this one is a dress. And it's superwash, so it did completely stretch out. I think I had too much faith into the double knit edges of the arms, and I thought it would be sturdy enough to not stretch out, but the dress is long and heavy, so it did. So now the armholes are like down here, so I can't wear it anymore. So I just need to add elastics into the edgings because it's a channel. Since it's double knit, it's hollow, so I could put an elastic inside, and then I need to reblock it, so it's gonna come up again to a correct height. But then the dress is gonna be too short because it was already a bit short even before. So if I do that, it will just be too short. So I also need to lengthen the whole dress. But I also would like to change the way I did the increases because I did some shaping in the body because the top in itself is supposed to be straight, or maybe a bit of shaping in that direction. But I knit it in A-line all the way. So I did increases on the two underarms all the way. But then you get a weird shape. So if you put the dress on the ground, it's like A-line and then it's straight at the bottom. But when you wear a shape like this, well, it's straight on the edges, but then it curves on the bottom. And that doesn't look good at all. And I knew it because at the same time I was designing a dress and I did put the increases differently in the body so that you don't have this weird bell shape happening at the bottom, inverted bell shape. But for some reason I thought that in this case it wasn't gonna be a problem, but of course it did. So I don't like the shape of the bottom. So I need to change something. So I don't wear it. I have never worn this one. And it makes me so sad because I love the color so much. I love the shape so much. But yeah, I need to fix it. Anyway, let's talk about the other three, which are the same pattern. And it's a design of mine, and basically I was just trying out stuff with different yarns and different gauges. So that's why I have a lot of samples of this one. So it's the Olympic Camisole. It's a big pattern that has a camisole and a dress version, a DK weight and a fingering weight version. And there is two straps option because it's a triangular cup thing, and you can have a single strap option with also triangular cups on the back, or a double straps option with a straight back and the straps crisscross in a nice way. It looks super cool, I love it. But yeah, I wanted to do different samples to test out all the different options. So the first one I did is using a handspun yarn, but I didn't handspun it. I bought the yarn already handspun at the Yarny festival, and it's by Textil Manufaktur Tanz, and it's a viscose and silk blend, if I'm not mistaken. Beautiful. The drape of this is otherworldly. It's like anything I've ever seen. It's really incredible. But the color is so random. I mean, not random, but it really doesn't suit me at all. And it's really beautiful to see, but it's just like, why would I wear this type of apple green? I don't know. So I don't really wear it. So I made another one that's actually completely different. It's a bralette version because I received yarn. So there is a viewer that does studies in Switzerland, but she lives in the US, and I wanted to get my hands on a certain yarn that you can only find in the US. So she said she could buy the yarn and then bring it back to Switzerland and then give it to me when she's here. So we did that. But in the package, she included another yarn, which is Bamboo Pop Sock by Universal Yarns, which is a similar type of yarn, which is a vegan sock yarn, basically, which means it's a sock yarn without wool. And I fell in love with the color. So I decided to immediately cast it on into a summer top, not into socks. So I did another sample of my Olympic Cami, but I held this fingering weight yarn double, and I need a smaller size so that I would have negative ease, and instead of doing increases on the body, I did decreases. This one is perfect. I think I had to change the straps once because they were too short or too long, I don't remember, so I had to modify them at one time. But then it was perfect. And I have worn this one to go climbing, which is like extreme sports wear. Like I really move around a lot. I jump, I sweat, everything. And it held up perfectly. At the end of the session, it was still negative ease, still beautiful, still perfect. So I'm so happy about this one. I'm equally happy about this one, and I'm disappointed about the first one. And then I did a third one, which is a DK version using 100%, no, a mix of linen and silk, but it was a fingering weight, so I had it double. I bought this yarn at a festival, so it's Lino by Quickstrickt. I don't know, it's in German. So I bought it at the Swiss Yarn Festival, and I was like, Maya, you need to stop with the frosty lavender blue petrol shades. Just get out of your comfort zone and buy another color. So I got this beigey thing and this green, and I hate them. I really don't like those colors on me. I think they make me look like trash. I don't know what happened. I don't know why I did that. There were some beautiful blues and pinks and just colors I would have preferred to wear, but for some reason I bought those. And I don't like them. So yeah, I don't know, maybe at some point I'm gonna give it to either my photographer or my friend who does the photo shoot with me. So the other girl on the photos with me is my friend Anna. She's beautiful, she's amazing, I love her, and we are the same size, body-wise, so I can give my clothes to her. And it suits her so much better than me, so maybe at some point I'm gonna give it to her to thank her for all the photo shoots she does with me. I don't know. And then I did another, so this is also a design of mine, it's called the Shine On You Top. And this one, so it's something I knit for myself super long time ago, maybe 2022 or something like that. And I just self-drafted it. I wasn't designing at the time, I just wanted to knit myself a summer garment with this crisscrossing motif on the body and double knit edges. So I just did it. But then it ended up being too small because I had only one skein of fingering weight yarn, and it was a non-spore wash yarn, and it was very warm and in a color that I don't like, and it was itchy because it was negative ease. So I was never wearing it, so it has always a bit frustrated me. So I finally decided to just knit another one of those, and this time release it as a pattern because now I was writing up patterns. So I did that, and the Shine On You Top was born. So it's kind of a simple basic shape, but there is this cable motif on top of it that I just think it's really, it makes it kind of classy, but not too much. It makes it dressy, but not too much. Yeah, it's a great combination, I think. I really like it. And the yarn I use is also one of those vegan sock yarn. So it's an elastic yarn, but without wool, basically. And I don't really wear this one either because I added bust darts, because I wanted to include bust darts in the pattern, but it was a bit difficult to explain how the bust darts were going to work because of the all-over patterning without having an example. So I figured I have to include bust darts in my sample to show people what it's going to look like. But I don't need bust darts, so the fit is weird on me. There is just too much fabric on the front, and it just makes weird fold like this whenever I mean, you cannot really tell anything, but yeah, there's just too much fabric there because of the bust darts, and I don't wear it because of that. And I also, the front straps are too far apart, they are too wide, so they do fall a little bit from my shoulders, and it's just too wide. I don't like the look. And in the final patterns, I have modified the grading so that they are closer, but I didn't modify my sample, so I don't wear it also because of that, which is a shame because it's beautiful. It's such a cool garment, but at this point I think I have to redo it completely because it's knit top down, and the bust darts and the straps are at the very top. So I think I need to redo the whole thing, and I don't want to. And by the way, the Olympic camisole and dress is also top down. Alright, now, again, a design of mine. It's the Nuit Blanche Tee. And it's a basic drop shoulder t-shirt, except it has a ton of hidden shaping so that it wears perfectly, it folds perfectly on your body. And I'm so proud of this one. The fit of this is next level, really. So it's knit from the top down. So you knit the back panel and then the front panels, and then join the body in the round, you pick up the sleeves and knit the sleeves in the round. Very simple, but there is a lot of shaping. So there is the shoulder slope, there is back neck shaping, front neck shaping, of course, and there is decreases here at the top of the armholes so that you don't have excess fabric bunching here when you have your arm down, and then there is increase again at the bottom so that again there is not too much fabric here, because that's the problem with drop shoulders usually. And yeah, the fit is impeccable. I think you can see that in the picture. There is just no excess fabric. I'm so proud of it. And the tuck detail is optional, and I'm definitely gonna knit myself another one of those without the tucks. The pattern comes in fingering and DK, by the way. The yarn I used is Coast by Holst, not Holst Super Soft, Coast by Holst Garn. It's a cotton and wool blend, and again, this one is incredibly soft, like next to skin soft. Definitely, there is absolutely no itch factor. Negative is, positive is, whatever, it's just super, super soft. I really, really, really recommend this one. It's also very thin, but since there is a DK weight version in the pattern, you can just hold the yarn double and knit the DK weight. You're welcome. And the next one I knit is also a design of mine. It's the muscle tank, and it's this one, so this green version is my most worn garment of the year, for sure. I just wear it all the time. And when I don't wear it, it's because I'm washing it, and as soon as it's clean, I just wear it again. I have it on all the time. Because it doesn't have any sleeves, so it's super easy to layer, because I don't have the bulk of like the sleeves, and there is not too much positives in the body either, so actually I'm wearing it underneath this here. This is my muscle tank, and it's just so perfect. I just really like it. The yarn I used is also a wool cotton blend, a merino cotton. It's cotton merino by Knitting for Olive in the colorway dark sea green. And the color is also super portable, and it suits me very well. And yeah, I just feel like myself in that. It's just perfect. That being said, when I first finished it, the yarn was a little bit itchy, but after a few washes, now it's perfectly next to skin soft. I just cannot feel anything, so just something to know. The next thing I did is absolute last place. I never wore it, and I actually gave it away because I don't like it. It's a test knit I knit for Rebecca Clow. It's the Gress. I think it's just Gress, and there is a tank or vest version and a tee version. And I test knit the sleeveless tank/vest version, and I did it in 2 colors because I wanted to use up leftovers from another t-shirt I knit a year prior. It's Trio 2 by Isea. I love this yarn. I really love it. And the t-shirt I have knit in this yarn I wear all the time. I mean, not really, because it's currently back on the needles since 6 months, so I haven't worn it in 6 months. But when it's not on the needles, I wear it all the time. And I had some yarn left over, and I just wanted to do something else. And since I loved it so much as a summer garment for the t-shirt, I was like, I'm gonna make another summer garment in lace, because I didn't have a lot of yarn, and it's gonna be amazing. Except I usually do a ton of modifications on my garment, which is why I hardly never mention the size of what I'm knitting, because there's no point. I usually do like size 1 for the front, size 5 for the back, size 2 for the bust, and size 3 for the arms. It's a complete mashup, so there is no point in telling you, oh, I need size 2, because I didn't. I need size everything. So this one, since it was a test knit, I didn't want it to do that, because the designer was expecting me to test this size and not a mashup of all the sizes. So I just knit size 2. But there is a reason why I modify my garments to mix and match sizes. It's because if I just knit a straight size, it doesn't fit me. And lo and behold, it doesn't fit me. Who would have thought? So yeah, I just think it doesn't look good on me. The front is too big, the back is too small. Yeah, the proportions are off, which is a shame. But not the fault of the pattern. It's the fault of me not modifying the pattern to fit me, because I always have to, whatever. But my photographer, she really liked it. She thought it was amazing. So I was like, you know what, I'm just giving it to you. And next time we do a photo shoot, you can just give me like a discount. And we did that. So I just gave it to her last week, actually. And she was so happy. And it made me so happy to see her so happy. And it suits her perfectly. So that one, it's a win, but not for me. The next thing I need is, again, a design of mine. Everything coming up is a design of mine, by the way. I don't think I'm gonna say it all the time. It's the White Day cardigan, and it's the big sister pattern of the Nuit Blanche. So Nuit Blanche means white night, and White Day is White Day, but it's in English, and Nuit Blanche is in French. So basically I wanted to use the idea of the tuck details around the armholes and the drop shoulder with excellent fit and no excess fabric whatsoever. But I wanted a cardigan, and I wanted interesting construction that was different than just the drop shoulder I had used in the Nuit Blanche. And I had some ideas laying around, and after some time I mixed and matched some stuff, and I landed on saddle shoulder, but all the shaping is included in the saddles. So it's a very fun pattern, because usually in saddle shoulder designs you need 2 rectangles, and then you pick up from the rectangles and you do a ton of short rows to do some shoulder slope, stuff like that, and sometimes the back neck shaping, although not all patterns have that, even though they should. Yeah, the point is the shoulders are 2 rectangles, but in this one, the shoulders, the saddle shoulders, are absolutely not rectangular. They are actually a pretty weird shape, because they join together in the back, because the back needs to be higher than the front. And then you do back neck shaping with increases, and then you do decreases to shape the shoulder slope, and then when you pick up the stitches for the front and the back, there is no shaping at all. You just pick up and it's straight. There is no short rows. I love short rows, but I just thought it was a fun concept and a fun change of things to have the shaping in the shoulders. However, there is still the decreases and the increases again to remove the excess fabric here at the underarms, so the fit is excellent. And it's super fun to knit, and yeah, I really like it. And I've worn this one so much since the weather cooled down in September, and then I stopped wearing it completely, like in around October, because it was too cold, and since it's a v-neck, I was getting cold here. So I just swapped this one for a sweater with a collar like this one. You cannot really see me anymore, I'm sorry. So yeah, it's a perfect transition piece for me, but it's not warm enough for winter, I would say. But that's just me, because I don't like wearing v-necks in the winter. Yeah, personal preference. And the yarn I used is Mondaré by Boucle Laine in a white natural color, held with 1 strand of Titicaca by Holst, which is an alpaca lace weight. Beautiful fabric, absolutely amazing. And it softened up so much with wear. Because the yarn at first, so the DK weight non-superwash yarn, it was very rough and very stiff. It took a couple of wears and even a couple of blocks to get it to chill out a little bit, but now it has a beautiful drape, it's gorgeous. It's not soft at all, but it's not itchy. It's very textured, but I do not need to scratch myself when I wear it, which is excellent. Okay, the next one is a muscle tank again, but this time I made the DK weight version, because did I say that this pattern has fingering weight and DK weight? It does. So the green one was fingering weight, and this time I did the DK weight using 100% linen. So it's Studio Linen by Erica Knight, and I think it's 85% recycled linen and 15% premium linen. Beautiful. It's really, this yarn is like the discovery of the year for me. I'm gonna make so many more garments in this. I love it so much. It's incredible. The drape is beautiful, it's super soft, it looks so luxe. Amazing. When you see it in the skin, it looks completely random, but once you block it, oh! However, I don't wear it because I went a little bit too far in the opening at the underarms, and I think the look is so cool. I mean, I love it so much. When I see the picture, I'm like, wow, I look amazing. But I don't wear bras. So since the underarm comes below my breast, well, you can see everything. Whenever I lean forward, you can see everything, which is a problem. So I don't wear it because of that. And I could wear it as a layering piece, but it's too long. I made it too long because I wanted the boyfriend sweater fit, because it's oversized. So I wanted also the body to be oversized. But then it sticks out from the bottom of my sweaters because it's longer than my cropped sweaters. So I cannot wear it, which is a shame. So I think at some point I'm gonna, I don't know, either shorten the body, but I don't think so, So maybe cut in the front and the back, remove a bit of front and back, and then graft it back together. But I'm not sure if I graft with this type of linen. I think it's going to be visible still, so I don't know. Or I should wear something underneath, which is, I don't want to, so I don't know what to do. I have no idea, but I really love it nonetheless, but I have never worn it. Alright, the next one is my pride and joy. It's the magnum opus of my life. Not of my life, of the year. It's the Patagonia Peaks. It's a beautiful fleece-like jacket made to mimic the Patagonia vest, Patagonia jackets, fleece things, quarter zips, whatever, however you want to call them. And I think it's self-explanatory. I think it's beautiful. You can really see what I tried to do. So the yoke is in a garter stitch. It's knit bottom up, so you cast on here, and then you knit your way up, you do decreases for the sleeves, and then you do a super interesting type of construction to close the shoulders. And then you knit the collar, it's a double folded collar, and you pick up stitches here where you cast on, and then you knit the rest of the body in the round in collar work. So there is no flat collar work, and the garter is knit flat, so there is no garter in the round either. It's very neat. And it's amazing. I love it so much. It's so cozy and it's so warm. This is my warmest sweater by far. It's also mega soft. It's amazing. What can I say? The yarn I used is Bubbly Bouclé by Knit Picks. I held it double because it's a sport weight yarn. And I have like an Aran weight gauge, kind of. And it's kind of difficult to substitute yarns for this. So I did make a file with ideas for yarn substitutions options. So you can just get inspired and maybe find something that's available to you, because Knit Picks doesn't ship outside of US, UK, Australia and Canada. And I live in Switzerland. It was difficult to get my hands on it. So it's going to be difficult for you too. Anyway, I'm super proud of this one, and I'm actually knitting a second version because this pattern is Aran weight, but I am writing up a pattern for DK weight. As you may have noticed, I usually put out patterns with 2 gauges included in the patterns, like the Muscle Tank, the Nuit Blanche Tee, the Olympic Camisole. All of those have 2 gauges, but for this one, it's a bit too complicated. Because the underarms are charted, and I would have to do charts for each gauge, and the pattern would be like 50 pages long, and I was like, oh, no thanks. So I just decided to chill out and do 2 different patterns. So I'm currently knitting on the DK weight version, and I really wanted to include it in this video because I know I'm going to be finished before the end of the year, but I figured it's okay. I can just start next year's Everything I Need video with the second Patagonia Peaks, and that would be just as good. So whatever. This is something I did this year. I'm so proud of it. I love it so much. It's super comfortable. It wears quite well. The garter stitch on the yoke could stretch out because it's garter stitch and there is a lot of weight because of the collarwork body and stuff. But there are slip stitch details that hold up the thing and really help with the integrity. So it's not stretching out too much, in my experience at least. The next one, so I only have 2 left. We are at number 19. So the next one is the Shady Hoodie. I love this name. And it's a hoodie. It's a open front cardigan with a giant hood. I love it so much. But the star of the show, to me, aside from the hood, is the border details that links the hood to the body. So it's a continuous border that starts at the bottom here and then runs all the way next to the bottom band, and then it transitions into the hood and it goes all the way around, and then transitions here into the body again, and then goes all the way to the bottom. I love it so much. It's really cool. But I have never worn it because the sleeves are too short. I have actually reknit the sleeves already, twice, because the first time around they were a bit too snug because I knit too tightly and they were a bit too short. So the second time around, I went up a needle size, and I expected going up a needle size to make the sleeve longer because I kept almost the same number of rows. I added maybe 2. But I thought using a bigger needle size would solve the issue, but it didn't, and the sleeves are still too short. So I need to do surgery this time. I'm gonna cut into them here, add a bit of length, and then graft them back together. So I don't want to wear it too much because then I'm gonna have a texture difference between the new yarn I add and the yarn that has been worn already. So I cannot wear it, but I need to fix it. But I don't want to. I'm kind of over it because I have done the sleeves 6 times already. The yarn I used is Nightshades by Harrisville Designs. It's one of my favorite yarns ever. It wasn't this year's discovery because I discovered it, I think, 3 years ago. But it's still one of my favorite yarns ever. It's really lovely. And as I said, the hood is gigantic because I have a lot of hair. And whenever I have them up in a bun, I cannot wear hoods anymore because the bun is too big and then the hood stops here. And I also wear headphones, and I cannot wear a hood over headphones because it's too big. So I decided to design a hood that's humongous so that I could wear it over headphones and a bun. And I guess I'm not the only one in this situation because a lot of people were excited about that. And the last one, the last garment I finished this year is the Sweet Sweater. And this one is a bit different from my usual because it's the most basic raglan sweater ever, but it has great shaping. Again, I have to say this one is not available in English. It's only in French and you cannot get it on Ravelry. You can find it on my local yarn shop website because this is a collab with my local yarn shop, Douce Broderie, because the owner, Sandy, she suggested I could give workshops at her shop for not beginner knitting, but like knitting your first sweater or knitting your first socks stuff. So I designed a beginner-friendly sweater that's very easy because it's a raglan, so there is no complicated picking up construction stuff. But there is still short rows in the neck because I am not designing a raglan without short rows in the neck. Even if it's for beginners, I don't care. Anyway, so I designed it for her shop, which is why it's available only in French and on her website. At some point, I am gonna translate it in English, and I'm also gonna add sizes because since it was only for the workshop and I didn't need it to go all the way to the top of the size range for that. The size range is not as good as I usually do, so I need to add sizes and translate it, but I don't have the time. But hopefully, maybe beginning of next year or something like that, this pattern is going to be available in English as well and on Ravelry. But for now, if you speak French, you can go and download it on Sandy's website. It's free. It's a free pattern. And I knit it using Aehri by Drops. Yes, and I don't wear it for 2 reasons. First, my gauge came out too small. I knit my own pattern on the wrong gauge. So instead of being a size 2, it's more like a size 1. And again, I didn't do modifications because I wanted this sample to follow the pattern perfectly because I was gonna have it with me at the workshop so that people could like try it on or see themselves what they were supposed to do in the instructions because it's, again, beginner friendly. So I needed to be able to show people what they were knitting. So I didn't want it to do too many modifications. So it doesn't fit me because it's just a size 2. And it's not even just a size 2, it's a size 1. So it's a bit too small for me. And second reason I don't wear it, I actually gave it to Sandy so that she could have it on the window display thing because it's too small for me anyway. So she can have it in the shop and I'm gonna knit myself another one whenever I translate the pattern, I guess. And that's it. Yes, I haven't forgotten anything. So everything else I have knit this year is one of the accessories or homeware or whatever I have mentioned. And I'm not gonna do a video on those because I don't think it's super interesting. And you can watch the podcast if you're interested. There is a whole playlist with that. I had to change the battery again. I think I need to retire this specific battery because it's lasting less and less long. Anyway, I also need to stop because the lighting is horrible. Sorry about my all dark and mysterious face. I think I need to turn around like this. That's all for me today. I hope you enjoyed going through everything I knit, every garment I knit this year. I hope you got inspired. I hope you discovered new yarns. I hope you, whatever. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, as I mentioned, I'm gonna do a recap of the yarn usage stats later, I think at the very beginning of next year, because, spoiler alert, next year, I'm gonna do a stashing down challenge and I'm gonna film it every month. but don't tell anyone. So yes, that's it for me today. What time is it? It's completely dark outside. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go climb now. And I'm also filming Vlogmas this December season. So next time I will see you is probably in a Vlogmas episode, if you're watching that. Or next week in a podcast episode. And wait. The suspense is real. 1,996 subscribers. So hopefully, next week, for next podcast episode, we're going to be at 2,000, which means we're going to have a giveaway. So if you're interested in that, definitely subscribe. If you don't want to miss that video, it's going to be a great gift. There are going to be 2 gifts. So yeah, subscribe if you want to help me reach this milestone, so that for Christmas we can have a giveaway together. And yeah, thank you so much for your support, for your comments. Thank you for being here during all this year. I'm super excited about what's to come and what I'm gonna knit for next year. And I'm so happy about my knitting practice right now. It's bringing me so much joy. And I hope yours does too. So thank you for being here. I hope to see you again next time. Happy knitting. I love you.